Okay, Swoop. Me, Grimlock, search land. You, Swoop, search air. Together, we find Starscream.
Okay, Grimlock. What do we do when we find Starscream?
Simple. We kill Starscream.
Excellent plan. I'll take to the skies and flush him out. Bombardier style.
Where could he be?
Slag. Not again.
Oh, man. I gotta do something. Something quick. Otherwise, is they going to get me this time? Medic is not gonna help. I gotta think of something. Come on, Starscream. You can think of something. Hey, Starscream, what's up? Ah!
I'm sure he'll be fine. Let's start the show.
Hello and welcome to Convertabot Reviews. I'm your host, Convertabot, and the star of the show today is the Newage Freyr, which is a G1 Legend Scale version of the Transformers Generation 1 character, Swoop, one of the Dinobots. Now, we've already taken a look at Newage Dinobots before, that being Grimlock, but let me say this right out of the bat, painting and sculpting is great, and this is a very, very good figure. Highly recommend him. Out of the box, he does come with a few accessories, ranging from a stand, blast effects, blasters, hands, the works. Now let's get into it. First things first, he does come with a stand that has a couple hinges, allows you to move it around, pose it however you wish. And in order to attach them to the stand, there is a nice little hole, literally in his crotch area? Yeah, can't get that thought out of your head. You're basically putting this right into his swoop. But yeah, you plug it in and it looks great on the stand. Quick note, however, the stand, it does not go deep enough. So getting them on is going to be a little bit of work. Just be careful. He also comes with two blasters, which are in separate parts. You have the blaster and then it looks like a missile as well. You get two of them. Very nice. And they look exactly like they did in the original show. On top of that, you also get a blast effect part to show the actual missile being fired. Very nice and adds a lot of life to this figure. Of course, the missiles can plug into the wings, and this display looks absolutely awesome. Now for another accessory, but this one is not included with Swoop. It is included with our previous Newage Dinobot, Grimlock. Well, why'd they do this? I don't know. Point is, the flame breath part can plug into Swoop's mouth, like so. Similar to Grimlock, there is a nice peg in there, and this one just moves right out, and just plugs right in, and it looks great. Alright, everything attached to him, and yeah, you got Swoop, firing missiles, breathing fire. This guy's a pterodactyl, right? Not a dragon? I think Newage lost the plot here. Either way.
Alright, so posability time. You have a hinge joint at the base of the neck. On top of that, has a bit of a hinge here as well, allowing it to look down really far, up that far. Then, you also have some nice wing articulation, mainly because the wing folds up for the transformation. There's multiple hinges here. And yeah, you can get some pretty nice wing poses out of that. The only other bit of articulation you get after that is really just feet. Unfortunately, due to the transformation, the legs are locked into that. But fortunately, they will not be once it's transformed.
With everything taken into account, the Dino mode for Swoop does it justice. Now, let's move on to some size comparisons. Here we have Swoop next to a LEGO minifigure, Bumblebee, previous review Blaster, and the Newage Ymir, i.e. Grimlock. And oh boy, do they look great together. The team is coming along beautifully. Now cue the royalty-free jazz, and let's get on with that transformation. Hit it. One very simple transformation leads to a very amazing and proportionate robot mode. Yeah, it looks like Swoop just jumped out of the show. It's kind of crazy on how accurate it looks. On top of that, little note out of the box, the hands are unattached. You will need to do that yourself. But he has two different sets of hands to choose from. You either have a closed hand or a open hand with a hinge at it too. But a little note about that, the open hand is a pain in the butt to put in, mainly because that hinge kind of gets in the way. Once you do get them in though, it does add a level of expressiveness. Heck, this is me when I found out I could not be able to see Deadpool 3 this weekend. Thanks a lot for that one, YouTube. Okay, so in addition to the open hands, you have the closed hands, which can hold his missile launchers from earlier. They just plug right in. Everything still works the same, and on top of that, the ports on his wings still allow him to store them too. Very nice. Gotta love me some weapon storage.
Disposability wise, we have a ball joint at the head, full 360, up and down. Pretty good range of motion there. Arms can move out, up that far. Sometimes this comes apart, not the greatest. And move down yay far. Bicep swivel, double bend at the elbow. A wrist swivel, pretty tight, but you can do it. Full 360 there. And this right here, keep note, when changing out the hands or even applying the blasters, this loves to go down. It's for the transformation, but yeah. Oh, side note about the transformation. You can only transform it with the closed hands. These open hands will not allow you to close it up. He does have a waist swivel, which, as you see, you can move this out of the way, becomes a virtually unlimited waist swivel, and combining that with an ab crunch even clears a lot of the back kibble. Nice. Yes, there's an ab crunch on this guy. So small, I love it. Alright, legs can move back. Oh, right. Skirts move out to allow full movement of the legs. Though to get a real knee bend, it's technically a double jointed knee. You're just not supposed to. It breaks the sculpt, which is disappointing, but hey, at least it's something, considering the size. Foot can move up and down at the same time. Nice ankle pivot. Very nice. Yeah. Oh, and of course, the full splits. Me Swoop can do full splits.
Hard to think that this thing is a legend scale figure. With a lot of the bells and whistles and the accessories, I'd almost swear he'd be a masterpiece scale. Kind of would want to see this guy upscaled, you know? Especially with some die-cast metal, though I think there is a little bit here and there, but it's so small you wouldn't be able to tell at first glance. But yeah, the figure looks absolutely amazing. I highly recommend him already. Posability is great, he feels amazing, great amount of accessories. Seriously, there's not much else you could want out of this thing. And for what? A $60, $70 price tag? I mean, shoot, you get more out of this than you do for official figures. I'd say it's worth it. With that being said, let's do one last round of size comparisons before we wrap this up. Here is Lego minifigure, Bumblebee, my previous review Blaster, which is taller than Swoop. And then our previous Newage Dinobot Grimlock, and oh my gosh, this setup is worth it just for these two alone. I am super excited for the rest of the Dinobots. I already have Slag and Sludge. I'm just waiting on Snarl, who comes out this year. Ooh, I'm gushing over this. I love them. Side note, I think we should probably check back in.
Look here, you ignorant brute! I'm trying to hide from them! I still don't know why Grimlock hates me so much. But please, don't draw too much attention to me. Attention? To you? No. Wouldn't think about it, buddy. Oh, hey, hold on. I think you got a bird hovering around you. Huh? A bird? What do you mean by bird?
Hey, Grimlock, I found him! Get your ass over here!
Oh, no!
Not again! No, not this time! But there he goes. Oh boy, Starscream, what are we going to do with you? Anywho, I'm Convertabot. That bird was Swoop. And yeah, I'll catch y'all later. And as for my next video, well, let's just say I feel like a dark lord after building it.